In this video, I will demonstrate how to propagate a persimmon tree by whip and tongue grafting performed on a bench. This method allows us to work comfortably indoors, prepare the graft with great precision, and plant the finished tree only after the scion and rootstock have been firmly connected. For successful bench grafting, I need a healthy dormant rootstock and a well-matured scion collected from the persimmon cultivar that we want to propagate. In Central European conditions, American persimmon, Diospyros virginiana, is frequently used as a rootstock because of its excellent winter hardiness and strong root system. The scion should come from healthy 1-year-old wood. It should be approximately as thick as the rootstock and contain 2 or 3 well-developed dormant buds. Until grafting, the scions must be stored in cool and slightly humid conditions so that they remain dormant and do not dry out. Before beginning, I prepare a sharp grafting knife, grafting tape, and pruning shears. Clean and sharp tools are essential because smooth cuts heal more successfully than rough or damaged surfaces. The first step is to shorten the rootstock to the required height. I then make a long, smooth, diagonal cut approximately 3 to 4 centimeters in length. The cut should be completed in one controlled movement to create a perfectly flat surface. I make an identical diagonal cut at the lower end of the scion. The 2 cut surfaces should be similar in length. This allows the scion and rootstock to fit closely together without large gaps. And then comes the important step. A small vertical incision, known as the tongue, is made in the middle of each diagonal cut. The knife is carefully pushed into the wood, following the direction of the stem. The cuts must not be too deep, as this could split or weaken the grafting material. The tongue on the scion is then inserted behind the tongue on the rootstock. The 2 parts lock together and create a stable connection. This is one of the main advantages of whip and tongue grafting. The graft holds firmly even before it is wrapped. The most important requirement is good contact between the cambial layers. The graft union is now wrapped tightly with grafting tape. I begin below the graft and continue upwards, overlapping each turn of the tape. The wrapping must hold the 2 parts together firmly and prevent air from entering the graft union. I prefer using these greenish Chinese grafting tapes with a narrow width, as I find them the easiest to work with. The upper end of the scion should be sealed with the same tape to prevent moisture loss and drying out. Persimmon scions are sensitive to drying, so careful protection is especially important during the first weeks after grafting. I will keep the grafted plants in the greenhouse until the end of May. When the graft has healed and the upper bud begins to grow, the young persimmon tree can gradually be adapted to outdoor conditions. It should be protected from strong sunlight, drying wind, and late spring frost during the first stage of growth. The binding material must also be checked regularly. If it does not decompose or stretch naturally, it should be loosened or removed before it begins to constrict the expanding stem. Whip and tongue bench grafting is a highly effective method when the rootstock and scion have a similar diameter. It creates a large contact area, provides excellent mechanical stability, and supports rapid callus formation. With healthy plant material, precise cuts, correct cambial alignment, and protection against drying, this technique can produce strong, well-developed persimmon trees ready for planting and further cultivation.